Welcome to English Grammar with Abby, a YouTube channel which provides English grammar lesson both for Amharic and English audiences. In this video, I will be talking about what tense is and the different types of tenses. We also classify each tenses into four subcategories. So without further delay, let's get into today's lesson. Our lesson for today is present tense. Before that, let me define what tense is. As you may know, tense is or tense tells us when an action happens, when it refers to when. It can be past, present, or future, or before now, past, now, present, or future. That means after now. There are three main tenses in English. We further classify these three main tenses depend on how the action happened. Is it habitual? Had the action completed, or is it ongoing, or action will begin in the future? So it is a future time. So depend on how the action happened, we classify each tense in four subgroups. Generally, we have 12 tenses in English. That means three primary or major tenses and four sub categories in each tense. So the first part in the tense is we will be looking at form and the usage of the simple present tense. What are the forms? In the simple present tense, the singular subject followed by singular verbs, and to make the verb singular we add s, es, or ies. For example, he plays, she writes, it flies, they go, she goes, it works, they work, we study, she studies, I read, she reads. So as you can see, if the subject is third person singular, the base verb requires a suffix to make agreement with the subject. So if the subject is third person singular, we add s, es, or ies at the end of the base verb to make the verb singular. The first form in the simple present is affirmative, where you can find a positive statement or facts. In this case, if we use a singular subject, we use a singular verb, whereas if the subject is I, we, you, they, the verb remains unchanged. That means we use a base verb. When it comes to negative sentences, negative sentence, in the negative we use do or does in the simple present tense. For example, she drinks coffee. They don't drink coffee. I drink, I drive, I play, I don't play. I drink, she drinks, she does not drink. I don't drink, they do not drink, he does not drink. So for third person singular, we use does. does not in the negative. For the rest of subject pronouns, I, we, you, they, we use do not in the negative forms. When we use in the interrogative or question form, we invert, we just shift the subject, we put the verb to do in the first place, and we shift the subject in the second place. In this case, we can begin by using does she drink coffee? Do they play football? Does it work? Do they swim? Do they play? So we can use do and does both in the negative and interrogative or question forms in the simple present tense. The next one is the usage of the simple present tense. I will be quickly looking at some of the usages of the simple present tense. The simple present tense used to indicate general or scientific truths. The first one is when we refer general truths, we never change the verb into any other forms. When we use in the simple present tense, the verb remains unchanged. We never change the verbs into any other forms. So if it is a general truth, we use a simple present verb, a simple present tense. The sun rises in the east. Rises, because the subject is third person. The sun, one and only. Then the verb is singular. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Sets, rises. These two verbs do not change into any other forms because it's a general truth. Plants need water. This is a general truth. We cannot say plant needed or will need or has needed. We don't change the verb into any other form. We must use the simple present, the base form, to indicate a general truth. The next usage is to indicate habitual actions. In our day-to-day activities, we all have habits, a daily routine. Okay, that daily routine or habit is best described by the simple present tense. For example, I wake up at 5 or at 6 a.m. every day. I usually drink tea. I sometimes watch TV. I go to gym every Saturday. So this is habit. I usually brush my teeth. Habit. I usually take shower. I usually commute to work by bus. So these are habits. They are not general truths. They are habits very close to someone describing the activity or the habit. So it's very close to me. That's what I call it habit. Habitual actions. So make sure the sentence structure is also applies here. If it is negative, we can use does not for third person singular, and for the rest of subject pronouns we use do not to form negative sentences for the second usage. And the third one is we can use the simple present tense to show preset schedule. For example, the train leaves at 9 a.m. The plane departs at 5 p.m. The train arrives at 6 p.m. The meeting starts at 6 p.m. So to indicate a preset plan, we can use a simple present tense. We can use a simple present tense to indicate permanent situations. For example, I live in New York. If I say I live in New York, it is not temporary. It means for a longer period of time. So simple present shows longer period, longer permanent time. For time, if you live somewhere for a short period of time, you cannot use a simple present tense. Instead, you must use present continuous. But if you live somewhere permanently for a longer period of time, in that case you can use a simple present tense. If you study, for example, a 5-year program, then you must say I'm studying, not I study, because in the simple I study shows permanent. So a 4-year program is not a permanent, it is a short time period. So you must use that time period in the present continuous tense. So for today, this is some of the forms and the usage of the simple present tense. If you want to follow my future videos, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time with another part of tense. Thank you for watching.